This is the LG 38WN95C, what the company dubs as a wider, well-rounded experience and what I'm gonna call one of my favorite products of 2020. See, one of the biggest challenges with what I do is I can't just use any monitor. There are specific things that it has to be the best at, and after spending some time with this one at CES 2020, I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't wait to give it a try. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocketnow, and this is our review. I know that for some of you, monitors are about refresh rate, while for others, it's about size. In my case, my workflow has certain specific demands. The first is I need monitors, not just one. I handle a ton of tasks at once, so I either need more than one or a canvas that's large enough and wide enough to achieve the same task. The second is the avoidance of distractions. The biggest problem with most large monitors is screen glare, which can confuse your content consumption. And most important, third is color accuracy. If you're going to be editing videos, red must be reds and blues must be blues. For years, LG has been one of the pioneers of ultra-wide monitors with some of the best glare-free experiences and also the gold standard for color accuracy. And this is their top of the line. This is not an affordable monitor by any means, but it offers the benefits of being everything that everyone wants in just one package. The unboxing experience is one where I feel the company really goes all out. First of all, prepare because the box is huge. Like seriously, very large. Inside we're greeted with lots of foam protecting the monitor, and judging by the fact that mine traveled a few countries to get here, I say order with confidence. I recommend following the instructions for taking the monitor out, setting up the metallic stand, as the setup is fairly easy if you follow it step by step. At the top, we have a smaller box full of accessories, and this is that one product where you seriously won't have to spend a dime in buying any sort of cables. They're all here. Now, probably one of my favorite things about this monitor is just its design. I mean, it doesn't matter who walks into my home office, everybody finds this monitor to be imposing. It is so elegant. I'm not really a fan of those gaming monitors that are just over the top with lights and stuff. I honestly prefer my monitor to be simplistic. Now, my second favorite reason is probably one of my biggest complaints with most monitors, and it's the lack of I/O, whereas this one goes all out. You get 2 HDMI ports, 2 USB 3 ports, a display port, a headphone jack, and my favorite, Thunderbolt 3. All of these literally enable my current setup. I currently have my mechanical keyboard connected to one of the USB ports, the mouse on the other, and that way, whatever Thunderbolt-capable computer I connect to the monitor will automatically detect them. Thunderbolt 3 also offers 94-watt power delivery, so you're pretty much covered on this being the only cable that goes to your computer if need be. Now let's talk about why this display matters. This is a 38-inch 21:9 ultra-wide monitor at Quad HD Plus resolution. That's 3840 by 1600, which if you do the math is really just a few hundred pixels shy of being 4K. Its design allows for a crazy 178 degrees of field of view with very minor bezels on 3 of its sides, and with just a slightly thicker bezel at the bottom. It's also the world's first nano IPS monitor with a 1 millisecond response time. This allows it to be crazy color accurate, covering 98% of the DCI-P3 color gamut and 135% of sRGB, which is also VESA Display HDR 600 certified, backed by 450 nits of brightness. Best of all, it's NVIDIA G-Sync compatible, AMD FreeSync Pro Premium compatible, and it offers a 144Hz refresh rate. So yeah, everything but the kitchen sink and anything you could ask for a monitor is here. And then match that with 2 loud 5-watt speakers on each side, and yes, this is the real deal.
I had no idea we had the best pilot in the resistance on board.
Now, while Diego loves the gaming aspects of it, for me, this is more a productivity workhorse. I need a large canvas for video editing that's also color accurate, something every other gaming monitor can't really claim. I consider this to be a far better solution than having 2 monitors stacked together. I mean, if you do the math, this is literally the equivalent of 2 separate 3x2 screens side by side. So for any other kind of work, this has allowed me to multitask like crazy. And this monitor is so wide that there's even a picture-by-picture mode, meaning you can set two inputs to work at the same time on each side of the monitor. Now, it will require you to do a little juggling with the aspect ratios depending on the product you have connected, because sadly games don't always adapt. And speaking of games, it's the main reason why I've left my Nintendo Switch connected permanently to the monitor. At first you'll notice resolution to be a bit fuzzy in the menus, but when it comes to gameplay, that all goes away. I'd even say that this camera is not doing enough justice to the fluidness of the gameplay. The image quality on this monitor also makes my living room TV look so bad that it also became my go-to for watching a movie. And since movies are pretty much 21:9, the experience is bezel-free. Now, of course, there's no such thing as a perfect product. This is not the perfect monitor. It's got a lot going for it, but there are a few things where I'm mixed. The first is not a complaint, but really something that comes with the territory of having a matte display. Viewing angles won't necessarily be the best and reflections on shadows will be noticeable. That said, for me, having a matte screen is more important, so I'm fine, but just keep that in mind. The second is the materials. I guess for the price I was expecting a bit more metal in this body. Obviously that won't bother you on day-to-day use, but just make sure you set it on a sturdy desk as it might wobble a bit if you type hard on your keyboard. The third is the on-screen controls. Given the price, I do feel this monitor should at least have some sort of remote control to help you handle them. I'm not gonna call them bad, but since volume controls and brightness controls switch from the computer to the monitor completely, that can be kind of a chore. And then last but not least, yes, you can tilt the monitor, you can raise it to your preferred height, and so many other ergonomic options, but if there's one I wish wasn't here is tilt, as it's really hard to tell when the monitor is not tilted. And yes, I agree with other reviewers that the matte coating does seem to be something that you can peel off from the corners, but no worries, you can't, or at least not easily. To conclude, let's be honest, my complaints are really more nitpicks than anything. The LG 38WN95C is the best of its class and has won so many awards for a reason. If you're looking for the best monitor there is for pretty much any task you want to throw at it, I'd say this is it. It will cost you though. This is not an affordable monitor, but it sure beats having more than one solution for the same needs. I have no problem in recommending it, even for its price. It is definitely one of my favorite products so far for 2020. Let me know what you think about the LG 38WN95C in the comments down below. And while you're at it, follow us on social media and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. Also follow me on my personal handles to see me try out my favorite toys. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.